And welcome again to Cottage Talk. This is Cottage Talk full-time. I am recording this minutes after Fulham's dramatic 2-1 victory against Arsenal at Craven Cottage. An incredible victory. I'm actually doing this show live on my Twitter account, on the Cottage Talk Twitter account, and also on YouTube. If you are watching live, I want your comments. Please feel free, especially if you're on X. Please share your comments on Man of the Match. I'm not going to be going long. And just anyone that is watching live, I apologize for the quality of my video. It's not great. It's my camera of my computer, so I apologize. But I wanted to do a show right after this massive victory for Fulham, and I'm going to be just sharing some quick thoughts. I'm only going to go about 15 minutes. But if you are watching live on X or on YouTube, please do share a comment on Man of the Match, anything you want about this massive victory. So let's just start off from the get-go and just talk about this match. And Fulham gave up the early goal, but came into the match after the goal and got the equalizer from Raul Jimenez. I'll be talking about that in just a few minutes, and grew into the game. And I know all of the commentary from the media in England is going to be about Arsenal. This has a lot more to do with Fulham, their resolve, Marco's choices in his starting 11 to really go for it. He went for it. He could have played more defensive in this match. He didn't. Obviously, he did at the end of the match. But his approach, whether it can drive you crazy at times and say, go more defensive, he will stick to it. And in this case, it absolutely worked. He gave the respect that Arsenal deserved, but he had a game plan, and the players just really just saw out his game plan. In the end, Arsenal had their opportunities, but how many really clear-cut opportunities did they end up having? Not a lot. And that has a lot to do with Fulham's defense. Want to give a lot of credit to Tosin and Bassi. Castagna, unfortunately, Castagna was involved in giving up the first goal because he was going forward. And Jedi, Anthony Robinson, who, again, I have this love-hate thing with, but he battled to 3 points for Fulham Football Club, which is amazing, against Arsenal. All the talk into this match was about Arsenal. I watched Manchester United lose to Nottingham Forest, and I'm thinking to myself, why not us? Why not Fulham against Arsenal? And if you look at the first match at the Emirates, Fulham could play with Arsenal, and they did in this match, and they made a team that passes the ball fantastically look ordinary. That is down to Fulham, not about Arsenal. I don't care what the pundits are going to say about this. This is about Fulham. This is about the way they played, the way that they defended, and the way they countered this team. They were set up great. Credit goes all around to everyone, honestly. So I want to give full credit to Marco Silva's coaching staff, all of the players, because they deserve this. So the argument's going to be, why have we seen Fulham's play drop off? You got the losses, and I know some of it has to go down to Willian and Jimenez not being involved. They were involved today, and they had a huge impact. So was it just about them? Of course not. But they were factors in why Fulham have not played well in the last couple matches, them being out. Them inserted back in, they can beat Arsenal. So do Fulham need more depth? Absolutely. Do they need more players? Absolutely. But the fact that Jimenez and William were back in there and Marco put out a brave, and I'm going to say it, brave starting 11, kudos to him. Kudos to the manager for coming out aggressively against Arsenal. So, like I mentioned, if you do have some comments about this match, please feel free to share them, and I will share them on this show. Let's see. This is from Lee Warner. Brilliant result after the last couple of weeks. Delighted with the win. Happy New Year, FFC fans. Thank you, Lee. I'm there with you. This is from my friend Chris Goodwin, who happens to be a Liverpool supporter. Hello, Russ. That was a great performance from Fulham for the comeback from behind win. Yes, they came back from behind. People tell me Fulham can't do that. They just did that. This is also from Chris Goodwin, who obviously watched the match. Man of the match, the one goes to the whole Fulham team. You guys gave Arsenal nothing, and they hardly threatened your goal. That's my point, Chris. There were so many questions going into this. Could Fulham defend against Arsenal? And did they prove that they could defend against Arsenal? They did a wonderful job. So credit to not just the defense, but all the players on the pitch doing their job. Because this was a team effort. This was a complete team effort. So just want to share that with you. Again, if you're watching live, please feel free to share more comments, and I will get to them as we go on. So let's start from the beginning. Like I said, early on, Arsenal get the goal. And this is actually starts with a chance for Fulham from Timothy Castagna. Arsenal break quickly. They take advantage of Castagna having that opportunity, and they break, shot on net, and the rebound goes to Saka, and he scores. It was close, but it was a goal. So Arsenal go ahead. You're thinking at this point, I know I was thinking, they could really be in trouble. But it was going to be about the response. How were Fulham going to respond after that? And many teams will just drop their heads, and then it just compounds after that. And I've seen this over and over again with Fulham. Like the Liverpool match, even though they got nothing from it, they responded. They responded to giving up that Arsenal goal. They created some opportunities. Raul Jimenez had a shot on target, and then he gets the goal, the Fulham equalizer. But this has more to do, it's, I think, a team goal. Congratulations to Tom Kearney, because, again, Marco decided to go with him. His pass sets up this great goal from Raul Jimenez. Look at what's going on with Raul Jimenez. A little confidence can go so far with a striker. Scoring goals can go so far. So congratulations to him. Wonderful goal. And then we are at 1-1, and I'm thinking, okay, let's just get to the half at 1-1, and we'll see what happens in the second half. And again, I was proven right here. If they could get to the half, and they did at 1-1, what would be the response in the second half? Well, Mikel Arteta makes a change, then makes a few more changes. But again, he was responding to what was going on with Fulham. Marco sticks with his team for a while and then rewards them with a goal from Bobby Decordova-Reid, which started off of a corner. So again, I was not sure of Bobby Decordova-Reid starting this match, but he gets the match winner. So congratulations to him. He worked his socks off. All the players did. But they just needed a few opportunities. Whenever Fulham had the ball and could really break on Arsenal, I thought they were dangerous. Was there some slow build-up play? Yes. But when they could counter Arsenal, I could see they were going to have opportunities. I predicted this in my preview, but I thought Fulham would create opportunities off of the counterattack, and they did. So Bobby Decordova-Reid gets the winner, and then it's about how do you manage the rest of this match? How do you contain Arsenal? So Arsenal makes more changes, and after that, Marco decides to make some changes. Marco brings in another center back, and again, I have no problem with this. Late in the match, brings Diop in, goes more defensive, and it works because they see out this match. I said Marco Silva had to outcoach Mikel Arteta to win this match. He did. He absolutely did. Most of my keys to victory came true. They absolutely came true. I talked about Jimenez. I talked about Silva. This came to fruition, but the players and the coaching staff made it happen. I could just see ways that they could win this match, but it really comes down to Fulham Football Club beating a team like Arsenal. It's been such a long time to beat a team like this. They did it. And now they can kick on from this. Chelsea's up, no problem. Bring on Chelsea. Okay, that's the way I'm looking at it right now, because the confidence has to be sky high for Fulham Football Club. All the negativity going on in the last 10 days. Can we just push that aside? Because now you see the team that I know they can be. I knew that those 2 5-0 victories were not flukes, and this proves it. This victory proves it. They are more like this team than the team that lost the last 2 matches, in my opinion. You can agree or disagree with me. That's how I feel. So before I go to some more comments, I just want to share my thoughts on the starting 11. And I was going back and forth with a friend about this, my friend Tony Gold, who was at the match. And Tony wanted actually Sasa Lukic to start. didn't want Pereira to start, and he doesn't start. And I thought that was a brave decision from Marco Silva. He puts Iwobi in his position and keeps Tom Kearney. And I thought that was the brave decision because I would have gone with Harrison Reed, but that's not the Fulham manager. The Fulham manager happens to be a very brave manager. Maybe on the road he plays Harrison Reed, but at Craven Cottage, he went with Tom Kearney, and that paid dividends. The decisions he made in the starting 11, the substitutions, all the decisions he made worked. But the starting 11, again, you can have some questions about, should Castagna have started instead of Kenny Tete? I would have gone with Castagna. So that was a decision to be made. The back two center backs, you could think about, should you be starting them? And I think that absolutely they have solidified themselves. And I don't want Tosin going anywhere. I'm going to say that right now. I want Tosin and Bassi to be your center back pairing. That's what I want moving forward. So when I look at the starting 11, I did have some reasons to be a little bit concerned. But if you look at it, it all worked out. So what do I know? The manager obviously knows better than me because I was worried about it. But I also thought it was a real bold decision, and he went with it, and it worked in this match. Okay. Coming up next, I'm going to share my thoughts on man of the match and share some more comments from the Fulham supporters to end this quick show of Cottage Talk full time. Okay. Let's see. To end this show, I'm going to share some comments. If you're watching live, please feel free to share who was your man of the match. So I do have some comments, and I'll share what mine was. Let's see. This is from my friend Colm Bugler. We finally beat a top 6 side. Yes, we did, Colm. We should be very proud of that. Let's see. This is from my friend Gary Cooper. Astounding win. Why can't we play like that every week? Gary, I think they can play this every week. I know you don't want to hear it, but I think 2 key players out really affected the team. I'll just say that. It's not an excuse. I just think it's a reality, okay? They are very paper thin on this squad. They need more depth, and they need players that can come in and pick up the slack when you have key players out. But Jimenez and William being back made a huge difference. And yes, it was an astounding win. I'm there with you. This is from my friend Simon. Excellent result. Let's see. Also from Chris Goodwin. Arteta's changes seem to make Arsenal worse rather than better. They seem to run out of ideas. Chris, I'm right there with you. Again, I thought Marco Silva outcoached Arteta. He did not have any answers here. He did not have any answers for what Fulham were doing. So in this case, I think he was outcoached. Let's see what else we got here. This is from Simon. Echoes of the 2-1 win last holiday fixture. We beat Arsenal. Let's see. And this is from my friend Grant Sideburns. And Brian is his name. Up the Fulham. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Brian. And I'm going to end with man of the match. Like I said, if you're watching live, feel free to share who was your man of the match. I'm having a hard time picking a man of the match because I think this is a team man of the match. But you know what? I'm going to give man of the match to Raul Jimenez, who worked his tail off, got the goal, and I think is integral to how Fulham play now. So I'm going to give it to Jimenez. Others will have other picks, but I want to give it to Jimenez. Like I said, you could actually pick the entire team if you want. You can pick whoever you want on this one. But for me, I'm going to give it to Raul Jimenez. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this quick episode of Cottage Talk. Anyone watching live, thank you for watching. Like I said, I want to apologize for the video quality. It is my computer, but I just wanted to do a show quickly, get it up there, get some content up there because I was just wanting to do a show. I will have another show that I will be recording on Monday talking about my takeaways from this match, but I just wanted to have a full time. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening to Cottage Talk, part of the talkSPORT Fan Network.